thing about like nuclear power, what you touched on there, it's amazing. Have you seen the documentary called Pandora's Box?
No.
Okay, so any viewer out there, it's on Amazon and Netflix. I don't know if it's US. I know it was out here for a while. They actually do a documentary about nuclear power. And they talk about the two different types of reactors that are out there, which was the liquid-cooled reactor, which is kind of the, everybody knows that was like the disaster in Chernobyl,
right?
Fukushima, other things like that, where basically the reactor is housed in a vat of water to keep it cool and all this other kind of stuff. But then there's a second type of reactor called the fast breeder reactor, which is like much more efficient. It burns the fuel almost entirely. You don't need just uranium. It could burn plutonium, thorium. It could burn everything. So even the waste products from the water reactors can be used as fuel in these fast breeders. And it produces a much less like byproducts of waste and all this other kind of stuff. And this is the biggest contradiction, at least I see on the left, for these environmentalists and stuff like that. You cannot tell me that you want to, save the planet, save the whales, no CO2 and all this other good stuff, and oppose nuclear power. There's just no justification for it. There's no CO2,
right?
Almost unlimited energy. Yes, there is a byproduct of it, but technology's advanced a lot and stuff like that. To the point where even back in the 1970s, they built one of these experimental reactors. It was called the EB2. They built it, and they ran through every disaster scenario they could think of. So they redid the Chernobyl experiment. Well, they didn't do Fukushima, but they cut off the control room from the reactor. They did all of these great, and there was no way that this reactor could melt down. None. And thanks, Bill Clinton, for cutting the funding to the EB2 project, right? But
and see, here's the thing: is this is not even just with nuclear energy. I just think overall, the way the left thinks, the way their logic sort of plays out is they're sitting here. I mean, and it's overall, I think the political interest has a lot of fear surrounding nuclear energy, specifically in the States.
Sure.
And so you have these people on the left, these environmentalists that have that extra sort of demonization of this energy source that is, provides us with. I mean, it could take us to new heights with just technologically, but they're sitting here and they have all this fear because of meltdowns, because it's just tricky. Yet, and this is a bit of a stretch, but here they're afraid of something that is shown time and time again to work. But because of a couple of little missteps, they want to throw out the whole thing. And then you have over here, you have this thing called socialism or communism that has proved time and time again that has failed.
But they want to give that a try. That's right. Yeah.
They want to give something a try that has killed more people than any nuclear weapon has ever had.
Yeah. Full steam ahead on the communism, comrade.
It'll kill 100 million people, but if you look up how many people nuclear energy has killed, I don't think it comes anywhere near 100 million people. It's probably got a few 100,000 because of the war applications that it's had.
Chernobyl and Fukushima, not Fukushima.
Fukushima, and then you got a couple of atom bombs that we dropped in.
Yeah, we dropped a couple out. Well, right, you did the atom bombs and stuff like that. But then even if you look at Chernobyl, there are people that live in Chernobyl, like to this day, right? Like people, even with
by
the
numbers, by the standards we have, by the safety,
Yeah.
We won't.
We don't know what's going to happen to them. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen to them if they're going to develop some crazy, third arm from their chest or whatever, right? But they're still alive. They're still alive in Chernobyl. There's a church,
right.
all kinds.